The Muhammad that you Muslims know is actually not the same Muhammad who lived in the Arabian Peninsula at that time. Rather, this image has been imprinted in your mind because of the culture in which you were raised, the Islamic identity you have adopted, and because out of fear of your religion and your country, you have never dared to ask what the reality truly was. What if I told you that Muhammad was not even the name of the person you think, but rather a title for someone else? Would you believe it? If you are a Muslim, you should know what researchers say about your religion, and if you are a Christian, you should know these facts about world religions so you can more easily choose the best faith. The sources about Muhammad were written very late. We all think that Muhammad was a person who lived in Mecca and received divine messages through revelation. But when we examine the historical documents, that's not the case at all. In fact, there is no document, writing, or coin that confirms this claim. The first biography written about Muhammad was by a Western Orientalist 1200 years later. And even when we look at Islamic historical sources like Tabari, Ibn Hisham, Muslim, and Ibn Ishaq, the time gap between when they were written is from the 2nd to the 4th century. In fact, the closest writing we have is by Ibn Ishaq, which was written 120 years after the Prophet's death, and after that comes Ibn Hisham. We don't even have the original version of Ibn Ishaq's writing, which was produced 120 years later. In fact, according to Islamic sources, Ibn Hisham's work is considered a revised version of Ibn Ishaq's, which was actually written 200 years after Ibn Ishaq, and we are expected to rely solely on these sources. And after that, we come to documents such as the writings of Tabari, which were written about 300 years after the Prophet's death. In this video, we want to conduct a thorough and investigative review of Ibn Warraq's book together. And in order to create this playlist, of which this is the first part, a lot of research has been done and many books have been studied.
We know that the Quran is the same Quran that Muhammad brought. There's no doubt about that. So, using the Quran itself, we can actually prove Muhammad's existence. Am I right?
In the 7th century AD, Arabic words lacked vowel marks, and in the earliest sources where the name Muhammad appears, it is written as M, H, M, D, and this could not be a name but rather a title, meaning the praised one or the Messiah.
Is it possible that God would mention Muhammad's name so many times in the Quran, and we just call it a title?
That was a very good and relevant question. In fact, I should say that the name Muhammad appears only 93 times in the Quran, the name Moses 136 times, the name Jesus 93 times, and the name Abraham 79 times in the Quran. And it can even be said that Muhammad could be a title for Jesus or anyone else.
So who exactly is the real Muhammad, whose name we now recognize as that of a prophet?
In fact, there is evidence from Christians and Jews of that time who gave the title Muhammad to Jesus, and likewise in non-Islamic inscriptions and coins from the 7th century, Muhammad has been used as a title for individuals or attributed to Jesus.
Historians, with their expertise in studying coins and inscriptions, can definitely prove this. It's not as simple as you think. Can it be proven or not?
In fact, that was a good question. One of the ways to conduct historical research is by examining coins and inscriptions. The coins and inscriptions found from the time of Muawiyah and the Rashidun caliphs bear no Islamic markings at all. All of them have Christian symbols and crosses. At the beginning of Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan's rule, coins were minted with the cross, and later it was decided to remove the cross from the coins and instead mint coins inscribed with Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Al-Sayyid wan Sayyidi. Of course, even here, we cannot say for certain that Muhammad refers to the same Muhammad remembered in Islam today. Rather, we can say it could mean the praised one or even refer to Jesus. The inscriptions made by Marwan's son actually contain slogans against domination and proclaim the one true God, stating that there are not three gods but only one God, and that he has no son. And the word Muhammad used in these inscriptions can be said to have actually been a title for Jesus. The Islam that we know today actually emerged as a distinct religion 70 or 100 years after the death of the so-called Muhammad. Early evidence shows that Muhammad was seen more as a title than as a personal name. Therefore, the main pillar of Islam, the existence of Muhammad from Mecca, has been undermined from the perspective of these kinds of analysts. This was the first part of the playlist featuring individuals who are critics of Islam, and this book by Ibn Warraq was presented to you as the first episode in this playlist. In the following episodes, I will share with you the views of researchers such as Muir, Goldziher, Lamens, and Ishaq, and I will explain what their perspectives and those of these critics are regarding Islam. Likewise, in regular videos, I will present the miracles cited by Muslims and philosophers who accept Islam and claim it is a miracle, discussing how they express their views and what their opinions are. I will also present the perspectives of those who criticize Christianity as well as those who follow it, all on this channel without any religious bias. Stay with us on our channel. A lot of effort has gone into making this video available to you. Be sure to like this video to support us, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, goodbye.